I'm Bryant Luers, LG Seeds Technical Team Agronomist for Team 19 in Southeast Iowa. Today in the Agronomy Tip of the Week video, we're going to be talking to you about ear rots, ear molds, specifically Diplodia. That's what we're looking at right here. So basically in Southeast Iowa this year, we were kind of dry up until, I'd say mid-grain fill, probably about that milk stage, and we started receiving above average rainfalls for this time of year, as well as above average heats for this time of year. So what that's led to is some ear mold issues. Specifically Diplodia is the one I'm getting a lot of questions on this year. So basically what you're looking for in hybrids that are going to be more susceptible to Diplodia than others is you're looking for a hybrid that's got a very upright ear style, as well as a tighter husk. So basically when it rains, that rain gets inside your husk. We get a lot of heat afterwards and it can't dry out because you got a tight husk. So that just sits in there and basically starts a molding process. You can also get kernels start to sprout in there, which we're seeing a little bit as well this year. So as we look at this Diplodia ear here, you can see Diplodia, not always, but almost always, will start from the base of your ear and work its way up. It can start from the tip, but that's not quite as common. So basically there's a few things you're going to want to do when you get into harvest on Diplodia. The first thing is going to be you're going to want to scout your fields ahead of time. If you see that you have a problem with Diplodia out there, you're going to want to do a few things with your storage as well as with your combine to run that stuff through. So as far as combine settings, these affected kernels here are going to be a lot lighter than your standard kernels are. So kind of an easy way that you can eliminate some of those contaminated kernels is by turning your fan speed up a little bit and just blowing those suckers right out the back end. You're not going to get all of them, but you're going to get better than if you just left it on your regular settings. So once you get this stuff in the bin, what you're going to want to do with it, first of all, you want to harvest this stuff as early as possible to avoid the spread of this stuff while it's still in the field. Once you get it harvested, get it in the grain bin, you're going to want to dry this stuff down to 14 to 15% as quickly as possible. And then you're going to want to cool it down to about 50 degrees as quickly as possible if you can. What that's going to do is it's going to eliminate the spread of the Diplodia in your grain bin, because if you don't dry this stuff down properly, it can start to spread throughout your unaffected kernels. So the other thing you're going to want to do is any affected grain that you have, you're going to want to store that separately from any unaffected grain. So if you just look at this ear I've got right here, this is some Diplodia that started from the tip. And you look at this, you got some cob rot going on here. You got all this mold growing, and this thing is a whole lot lighter than it should be. So test weight, grain quality, severely affected by Diplodia. So what Diplodia is, guys, is it's a fungus that basically overwinters on your corn residue. So areas of no-till, and especially corn on corn no-till is going to be the worst situations where you're going to see Diplodia, just because you've got that fungus living in the residue already. And so any kind of wind event, rain event, whatever it may be that can move those spores up to your ear leaf can cause what we're seeing here on these ears. So yeah, that's what I've got for you guys today as far as Diplodia goes. If you have any more questions on that, contact your local technical team agronomist for LG Seeds or your local SAM, and they should be able to answer any questions you might have on it. Thank you.